You're listening to Bizarre Buffet, a podcast of all-you-can-eat weird. I'm your host, Mark Torriello.
I'm Jen Wilson.
And I'm Mark Bluestein.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
When we first went in, one of the people said, "Who are you?" And Tex said, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business."
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
Hi, it's me, Carol Baskin.
No, it's me, Carol Baskin.
It's me, Mark Torriello.
Oh my God.
Hi, welcome back. How are you? Are you well?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Are you getting enough sleep?
Are you getting your correct vitamins?
Are you eating 3 meals a day and drinking 8 glasses of water?
Mark is not.
Actually,
not at the
side note,
moment.
I'm on a diet ever since our holy anorexia
He was inspired.
episode. I was
Yeah.
inspired.
Yeah.
I was sitting and...
He's not holy, he's anorexic.
Wait, one episode I was wearing like a yellow hoodie.
I think it might have been holy anorexia.
And the entire episode, it like clung on to my gut.
Girl, I am in the same boat as you. I am trying so hard not to drink alcohol during the week and just drink water. Like tonight, this is a punishment because like
This is a punishment.
I haven't drank any water. This is my punishment.
Water.
I've like thrown my
Applause.
scale out. I refuse to look at numbers anymore.
Yeah, what are numbers anyway?
Numbers don't exist.
Numbers didn't even
The
exist back
numbers
then.
don't define you on the fucking scale.
You have no weight
So
in your
Mark,
weight.
does this have anything to do with dieting and eating and drinking?
No, nothing to do with that.
I said that this was a really fucked up one. I'm a little excited.
Yeah, this is a pretty fucked up one, and this was actually recommended by a friend of the show, Ashley. Ashley, for those of you listening, she was our guest for our Second Life episode,
Yes.
which you should check out if you have not heard it yet.
Mm-hmm.
My question tonight for you all would be...
I'm scared.
I'm damp
Oh, good.
with excitement.
Yeah, you're gonna need a towel by the end of this.
Oh God.
What do you think is the weirdest hobby you've ever heard of? Do you know someone personally, or whether it's one of your own?
Remember that time Jerry told us he used to live in an apartment complex with somebody who was like into blow up floaty toys?
Yeah.
He would lay at the pool, a blow up whale like in the lounge chair next to him. It then came out that this individual had an entire
Apartment filled with them?
filled with them.
Yeah.
Dolls, like doll obsessions.
Oh, that's a
Sounds
good one.
like someone was living their best life.
Yeah, somebody
You know?
was.
Like I've seen adults walking around with baby dolls. Like in the
Oh, yeah. Everyone listening, Jen, she's on the path.
Listen,
She's on the path of where we're going. Mark, do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
I don't really want to put down anyone's interests or hobbies
No.
or collections. I guess for me, like the one thing I don't understand are cat people.
Yeah.
Like I don't like, I mean, we're
Sure.
we're probably gonna lose a lot of listeners.
Listen,
but
I love
don't-
cats.
We
don't
love animals.
We're not cat people.
I don't get it. You know, I'm sure they could be very affectionate. Who's it hurting if you have a million cats? Unless you don't take care of the cats, then you're hurting cats. But
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
there's like a cat pandemic. Like everyone goes like,
Bonkers.
crazy town.
Everybody goes meow town over cat.
like all like cat accessories, hoodies with just cats all over them.
Cat me.
Like the neon bright colors with cats' faces all
get it.
I don't
I
get
don't know.
it.
I don't get it either.
It's okay.
It is okay. We appreciate it.
We
We
support,
support
all
it.
your kitty cat love.
Absolutely. Meow, 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 meow,
Meow,
mix.
meow,
honey.
meow.
This is very bizarre buffet. So we're all going to go on a journey tonight.
Where are you taking us?
Tonight I'm taking you to the apartment of Anatoly Moskvin. Anatoly lived in the Russian city of Nizhny Novgorod. Let's get into a little bit of a summary. Anatoly was a former lecturer in Celtic studies at the Nizhny Novgorod Linguistic University. He had previously worked at the Institute of Foreign Languages. He speaks 13 languages, has written
Wow.
several books. I know.
That's very impressive.
Truly. He's written several books, papers, and translations. Occasionally, he had worked as a journalist and regularly contributed to local newspapers and publications. I can imagine no one really had a reason to look at this dude twice. He was functioning, very well educated, clearly. He doesn't sound like the type of person who would have any skeletons in their closet.
He did.
It's always the normal ones
I
that have the
know.
skeletons in their closet.
We've arrived at the apartment, and
Of
we're
Anatoly.
gonna head inside. So
Is there a time frame for this?
Yes, around 2011. The description you're about to hear is from an article written by the Daily Beast that is describing video footage recorded at Moskvin's apartment.
Okay.
The camera moves along the corridor, which is cluttered with wedding dresses, bright, colorful clothes. At first sight, the little figures of girls mounted on top of the bundles of old books and papers, or half lying on the couches, could be taken for a big, soft, stuffed doll. The camera zooms in on their faces, which are wrapped in light beige fabric, and settles on the painted eyes. The girl figure on the couch wears a knitted hat with a pinned rose and lilac sweater. Her legs were covered by white tights, are elegantly crossed. The camera moves down to the feet. The girl is wearing white shoes. The next doll.
They're dolls, they're not human.
So far, yeah.
I think white tights are so weird.
I know.
And little white shoes.
Yeah,
white
it's like
shoes.
very
I
John
used to
Benet
hate when
Ramsey.
my mom would fucking dress me like that as a kid. But continue.
Mark too. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
The next doll has long curled blonde hair and wears a silk wedding dress with a veil running down to the floor. How fucking chic. She could be 10 or 12 years old. These dolls are made of mummified human remains. The voiceover on the video says. Jen, your reaction was so good. And it gets so much worse from here.
Yes.
I promise.
This reminds me of Josh Matthews.
A Man and His Dolls,
Yeah.
another episode. We have a
Josh, I
lot.
hope you don't use dead human flesh.
No,
though.
but
He's probably gotten some.
Probably.
So
Yeah.
anyone not knowing what we're talking about, we did an episode in the past where we had a guest star from California named Josh Matthews, who is a doll
love
collector.
Josh.
He
He's
restores
great.
dolls, and he had to restore a doll that was made with dead girl hair.
Yeah, literally. And he had a haunting.
And it was haunted.
Yeah.
So good episode.
Check it out.
Go back in time and listen to it.
In 2011, Anatoly was arrested after the bodies of 29 girls between the ages of 3 and 25.
3 and 25?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
Oh, God.
up. So these were all missing girls that were never found?
Is he a gravedigger? Like
You'll find out.
necromancy.
Oh my god.
listen.
Anatoly, just don't be an Anatoly.
I know, don't do it.
Just don't
So-
fucking do it.
How fucking twisted, right? Mummified in his apartment, all of which had been dug up by Anatoly himself and brought back to his apartment for God knows what reason. We'll get into some reasons perhaps a little later on.
So he dug up these bodies.
29 of them. That's a lot
That's
of
a
digging.
lot of work. He
I
probably
mean,
had,
did
like,
he use
great-
a shovel?
He probably had great biceps.
Oh, probably. He's
He can
probably
dig
fucking
me up.
buff.
Shit.
Yeah, dig me up in this great
Wow.
handy.
Wow.
Why don't we discuss maybe where his cute obsession with this macabre pastime of grave digging came?
Yeah, I would love to know.
Before Anatoly became known for his various arts and crafts projects, he was simply seen as sort of an eccentric man. Anatoly Moskvin was known as the ultimate expert on cemeteries in his city of Nizhny. He attributes his obsession with the macabre to a 1979 incident when he was 13. This is fucking fucked up. Moskvin shared this story in Necrologies, a weekly publication dedicated to cemeteries and obituaries, to which he was an avid contributor. His last article for the publication, Anatoly divulged how a group of men in black suits stopped him on the way home from school. They were en route to the funeral of 11-year-old Natasha Petrova and dragged young Anatoly along to her coffin, where they forced him to kiss the girl's corpse.
Oh, but why?
Why would you do that? Is
I
that
mean, yeah, I guess we won't know.
It might be some superstitious thing. I don't
okay?
know. Moskvin wrote, "I kissed her once, then again, then again. The girl's grieving mother then put a wedding ring on Anatoly's finger and a wedding ring on her dead daughter's finger."
What the fuck? So he's like legally married to a dead girl?
I guess so.
Oh my god.
Now, he had stated, "My strange marriage with Natasha Petrova was useful. Strange indeed. He said it led to a belief in magic and ultimately a fascination with the dead." So you're probably wondering about how he obtained these mummies and why.
Well, yeah.
Simply put, he was a grave robber, to answer that question. That's what he ultimately had become.
Okay.
We're moving on now. A necropolist, as Anatoly proudly referred to his own specialty, which I'm assuming his specialty being mummification and turning corpses into dolls. So he called it necropolist.
Cool.
Which, all his life, he was obsessed with walking around hundreds of cemeteries, studying and documenting the graves. He had researched over 750 cemeteries. He even said he spent one night sleeping in a coffin ahead of a deceased person's funeral. I guess he was scouting out a potential new friend, perhaps.
So he wanted like another dead wife?
I'm guessing.
Went into the.
I guess a funeral was taking place.
Or like the night before?
Yeah, and he got into a coffin the night before to sleep. I don't know, I guess to observe.
Well, because a lot of time
Slept with the dead body.
before like you do a burial, they'll open it up the night before or like the day before, so then all they have to do is place the coffin in.
Yeah. So his extensive knowledge of cemeteries that he had documented for most of his life was most definitely what helped him maneuver around his grave robbing activities. I think
Great.
it's safe to say. Let's explain some of his process, why he did it, some of the more gory details. Well, Anatoly admitted that he would stuff the decayed corpses with rags, then he would wrap nylon tights around their faces or fashion doll faces onto them.
Oh my god.
He would also insert buttons or toy eyes into the girls' eye sockets so that they could watch cartoons with him.
That's so cute.
That is kind of
That's
whimsical.
really sweet.
In the chests of many of the dolls, Anatoly had embedded music boxes. There were also photographs and plaques taken off of the gravestones.
So it's like a literal Build-A-Bear.
Yes, Build-A-Human.
Wow. So he literally put music boxes
Yeah.
inside their hearts.
Yeah.
That's so romantic.
Well, yeah,
And
kind of.
Kind of necromantic.
Yeah. But he
One
was
could say. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Or can sing to him whenever.
He bangs them.
Good,
Wait, he had
interesting.
sex with them too?
I think he probably did. I don't know for. I don't know for
okay.
sure. How can you prove that?
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably a way you could, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, there were photographs and plaques taken off of the gravestones, doll making manuals, and maps of local cemeteries, obviously, strewn about the apartment. Police even discovered that the clothes worn by the mummified corpses were the clothes in which they were buried in. Frugal, perhaps.
Well, I would hope that he like would wash it or dry clean it or something.
Seriously. To answer the music box question, they were in there, so essentially when he would touch them, they would make noise. There were various personal belongings that were inside of them. Another contained a hospital tag and a date and the cause of the girl's death. A dried human heart was found inside a
Ew.
body. He was creative. He was artisanal.
Yes, Anatoly.
He was like Geppetto.
Yeah. He's like the modern day Geppetto with all these little Pinocchios lying around his apartment.
Let's take a moment to kind of appreciate what he did because
Yeah. His
you know,
artistry.
It's artful. It's very personal, and I think it is a unique and new way to celebrate someone's life or commemorate the dead. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
It's
I mean,
interesting.
Not for everyone,
you know?
but
It's not for everyone, but
yeah.
not for everyone.
No, but it is very
embrace
interesting.
who you are, but just don't be an Anatoly.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah,
don't
not-
go like.
Don't go stealing other
don't go
people's.
grave
I'm
rob.
not saying it's. I'm not saying it's his right to like dig up these dead
No,
bodies and do
of
that.
course
but-
not.
No, but no, I get it.
Yeah.
It's not his right. He shouldn't do that. But the idea or the romanticized part
Yeah.
is very kind of endearing-ish. Anatoly said that he mostly loved his girls.
His girls.
His girls, like Hugh Hefner.
Yeah,
The Hugh Hefner of corpses.
essentially.
There were a few dolls in his garage, which he claimed to have grown to dislike. So excuse fucking me.
Oh,
he was
wow.
like, Beth, no.
Bored of you.
Go to the garage. You're
Tiffany, go.
Tiffany, get the fuck out, Tiff.
And you, Cheryl, just
Cheryl, you know what? I'm indifferent.
garbage shoot.
Garbage.
Svetlana, you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go, Svetty. He said he dug up graves of girls because he was lonely. He was single and his biggest dream was to have children. Russian adoption agencies wouldn't let Anatoly adopt a child because he didn't make enough money. Realistically, it's a good thing that they didn't let him adopt a child
Because
because
what if he like tried to fucking kill it and then like
make it a doll.
That's so fucking creepy.
I mean, would the child have stopped his doll making? Let us know on Instagram. Anatoly added that he had done what he did because he was waiting for science to find a way to bring the dead back to life. And in the meantime, he used the simple solution of salt and baking soda to preserve the girls. Hot. He celebrated the birthdays of his dolls as if they were his own children, which is kind of sweet.
Birthday hat.
I'm sure he got their birthdays off the tombstone.
Yeah, exactly. I know he had like a lot of the corresponding information to match up wherever the trash pile they were sitting upon.
What the fuck?
Yeah, heap of unfolded laundry.
Told
they
you,
were
it's
sitting on.
always the normal ones, the ones that
Yeah.
hold a job, that are very scholarly.
Yeah,
And
who are out grave digging and making dolls out of
exactly.
other people's kids.
It makes me feel that when your body is exhumed, you're almost getting a second chance
Yes,
to live again.
I'm kind of about it.
I do find comfort in people that like to hold on to their dead bodies.
Yeah.
Because what if one day there's this like weird miracle lightning storm or this like miracle drug that could regenerate the dead? At least you're preserved. Now you have another shot. It's like kind of being frozen.
Yeah, like Walt Disney.
I find comfort.
I
in it.
think there's some kind of like happy element to it.
We all know if I went into that apartment and saw that, I would piss myself and run out and be like, no.
Yeah, as soon as you like bumped into one of these dolls and the music box started going off, honey.
just like the time that I snuck a music box into your bag.
Oh my God, yeah. Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
We were doing this gorilla gifting thing, which has not ended yet, but Jen stuffed a Jesus snow globe in my bag at work, and I knocked into it and it went off and it scared the shit out of me. So I'd imagine that's like Anatoly's apartment, only with people.
Exactly.
Cute.
Yeah.
Anatoly was charged with a dozen crimes, all of which dealt with the desecration of graves. The Russian media called him the Lord of the Mummies, and I mean, what a cute fucking name.
That's kinda
That's
cool.
like a badass name to get.
Sounds like, like Lord of the Dance. I feel like there should be like an opera, The Lord of the Mummies.
Yes, starring Anatoly from prison. In court, Anatoly confessed to 44 counts of abusing graves and dead bodies. He said to the victims' parents, "You abandoned your girls. I brought them home and warmed them up."
Thank you.
I know.
I get it.
Kind of reiterating.
I
yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Am I allowed
yeah.
to look
it.
him up right now?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my God.
The dolls are fucking creepy, everybody, just so you know. They are
So,
very scary looking.
What I'm looking at right now is...
Oh, yeah, that's a person.
So it's a person. The individual looks like, for those of you who watch Squid Games, it looks like one of those people that are in like the pink jumpsuit with the mask over their face. Looks like a Squid Game person.
That's a very good description, actually.
with really big lips.
Yeah.
Like it looks like implants. Like someone got like lip injections.
Well, I mean, listen, if you have the option...
They look more like dolls than actual like corpses. He's done a really terrible job.
Yeah,
this.
he is no Geppetto.
Yeah, if you're gonna be like weird and dig up dead bodies and mummify them and have them hang around, needs to
Yeah.
look a lot more realistic.
I know. It looked kind of like a bad paper mache club. So allegedly, he told authorities to not bother reburying the girls too deeply, as he will simply unbury them when he is released.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
I'm wondering if he's a Cancer sign because he seems very dedicated and persistent.
Yeah, he's a crazy sign.
Deeply romantic.
Corey.
Yeah, very.
I'm a Cancer sign, so I'm picking up on that.
Yeah. In honor of officially mummifying this episode here, I'd like to end it with a quote from Anatoly's editor at Necrologies,
Okay.
Alexei Yesin. Many of Anatoly's articles enlighten his sensual interest in deceased young women, which I took for romantic and somewhat childish fantasies the talented writer emphasized. He described the historian to have quirks, but would not have imagined that one such quirk included the mummification of 29 young girls and women. And that is a summarized version of horny Anatoly, the mummy maker.
Is he in prison still, or
I believe so.
I would assume so.
I think in 2018 he had been given the option because I think he was found to be like not suitable for prison, like psychiatric. I think he was diagnosed as schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So watch cartoons with your
Music box
29
dolls.
music box dolls. Yeah. Did y'all like it?
I loved it.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad. And
Mark, if I die, you can do that to me. It's okay.
thank you.
Jerry, if you're listening, you can do the same to me.
Oh my God, you two are just so romantic. Well, I hope you all enjoyed listening to this really cute pervert
Anatoly
episode.
Moskvin.
Yeah, he is just the horniest. And please subscribe to our podcast on your, respective platform. Leaving a review on Apple Podcasts really helps a lot.
Positive review, not negative.
Thank
and if
you.
it is negative, I would like to know why.
Absolutely. Patreon.com/bizarrebuffet.
Yep.
$3 a month will get you
A postcard.
A postcard, deleted content.
exclusive deleted content
Yeah.
that has an NC-17 rating.
It sure fucking does, let me
you'll
tell
love
you.
it.
And that money helps keep the podcast going, which
does.
gives you
Yeah.
entertainment.
It does.
And
Keeps you in dolls.
follow us on Instagram where you can see our
Our hot faces.
beautiful faces.
Hi, horny. The YouTube
Yeah,
channel, for
YouTube.
those of you,
I am waving at you right
We're
now,
in
YouTube.
video.
a suppressive person.
Impressive person,
Hi, it's me. I'm here.
And I serve
Anatoly.
looks. I serve looks
You do.
on
Yes,
he
YouTube.
serves
You
looks.
know, I'm wearing YSL denim jacket by
Yes.
Anthony Vaccarello.
Stunning, gorgeous.
beautiful.
I want to put one of Anatoly's dolls in
in.
it.
I know.
It digs into my armpits.
Just like Anatoly's dolls.
Ooh, Anatoly.
If you want more content like this, make sure that even if you're not watching us on YouTube, you know what you can do? Subscribe anyway.
Yeah.
It helps. It does. So, until next time, I am the music box that was in one of Anatoly's dolls.
And I am a pair of white stockings.
Wow. So good.
And I was the doll that was the most beautiful of them all.
Oh.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Anatoly.